I'm Chris Sanders.
And I'm Kirk De Micco.
And we're counting down on Movie Clock with FlickDirect.
Hi, I'm McLean with FlickDirect. I'm here today with the directors of the new film, The Croods, Kirk De Micco and Chris Sanders. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Really good, really good.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
And I am such a big fan of your film. I love it. I can't wait to see it actually again.
Cool.
I just saw it the other day. And tell me about The Croods. Tell me about this wonderful family.
Kick it off.
All right. Well, you know, The Croods is a story about really the world's first family road trip. And it's the story of these cavemen who, at the beginning, are deathly afraid of everything in the world. And this poor, overprotective father just wants to keep everyone safe. But when their cave is destroyed and they have to go search for a new home, they go on this family road trip and they encounter Guy, who's played by Ryan Reynolds. And he's really human being 2.0. And the great thing about Guy is he has the world's first imagination. And so he can help the Croods survive the oncoming disaster. But the bad news is he's interested in Grug's daughter, Eep, played by Emma Stone.
So since the beginning when we meet them, they're always afraid of the dark. And Grug does a very good job about being the big father figure, protector, and get them in before the night comes. And you have such a wonderful cast. Tell me about how it was directing these great actors.
Oh my gosh, you know, this was actually it was a joy. It was a joy. I think one of our favorite things in the world is to come into a room with the script that we've been working on and then see what happens next. Because that's really a very inventive moment, a very creative moment in the making of the film. Because that's really where the rubber hits the road with the characters. I mean, they are free to bring ideas and their own spin on things to these recording sessions. So a lot of I guess the evolution of the characters actually happens in these recording sessions. Everyone was so great. I can't, like, every time we recorded something, we were like, oh, you're the best, and the next person, you're the best. Everybody, like, and they just outdid themselves, the whole cast.
I think their voices with Nicholas and Emma and Cloris and all of them really brought them so much to life on film, even though it's animated. And when they were acting, well, talking for you, when directing, did they have to do any, like, action scenes, like physical movements?
Yeah, but very much. I mean, that's a big part of it. And I think a lot, like, Emma was kind of surprised by that because she had done ADR before, but not actually animated acting. Voice acting. And when you're acting those things out, we need that physical presence because we take that performance, we bring it to the animators, and the animators animate to that vocal performance. It's not the other way around. So they need to hear that energy and to understand what the performance will be.
I think the whole storyline of when they start out in the cave and they venture out into new beginnings and how the animators made these beautiful scenes with the creatures and the plants and the flowers and the animals, I think it's so amazing. And I fell in love with Belt. I'm so excited that you were the voice of Belt. That's the first thing I said. I need to have Belt. I think he's so cute. But tell me, like, did you have selection with the characters? Did you pick the cast yourselves?
The cast of the yes. You know, we're building these things, writing the script, and casting all at the same time. And so hopefully all these things are going to meet up. And you have a little bit of a pliant stage where you can actually customize these things so they actually fit together very, very well. Grug is a great example because Nicolas Cage has one of the hardest roles in the film. As the protector, the guy who has to keep everybody in the cave, a lot of times from his family's perspective, certainly from his daughter's perspective, he's a bit of a drag. As soon as they get their food, get back in the cave for days and days and days. And we needed a character that people could really sympathize with his plight, his role. And our very first choice was Nicolas Cage, because I think he just has this likability and this inherent sympathetic side to himself as he's doing his best, because he's doing his best to keep these guys alive, and it's a really hard job. So that's a great example of it. As we were drawing him and designing him, we're writing him, and then we're looking for Nicolas Cage to do the voice, and then all these things, they actually meet up and go forward.
That's awesome. Well, what was your favorite part of the film?
Favorite part of the film? For me, honestly, I think it's mostly seeing Grug really interacting with Guy for the first time and trying to protect his family the spinning plates that this poor dad's thrown into, is that he's trying to keep them alive, but at the same time he's trying to deal with this kid who could become his future son-in-law, and he's trapped with him, and it's such a tough situation for him. And that kind of relationship between those two guys growing over time is really, the strong point for me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.